Hello all, welcome back to the channel. We're back at this hayabusa with the clutch issue. Thank you all for responding with the recommendations. I figured it out. We finally figured it out. Thank you all. It definitely was, the slave cylinder was stuck. So here we are. This was the issue I was having. The pressure plate here was not seating all the way in. So the slave cylinder was frozen, and this pusher, I guess push rod, whatever you would want to call it, was sticking out a good inch. Maybe not quite an inch, maybe a little less than an inch, but nonetheless it was sticking out quite a bit. So I was like, oh, something's not right. That can't be right. So I checked a bunch of other clutch hayabusa videos on YouTube, and I saw them all pulling it off, and the second they pulled this pressure plate off, I saw that the bearing, the pusher rod bearing, was butted up against the actual conical nut. And I'm like, well, mine's not doing that. And you know, I checked the aluminum push rod inside, and then the steel push rod on the other side by the slave cylinder, and everything looked good. Nothing was broke. So that pretty much ruled it out as a clutch issue. And then that brought me to the slave cylinder side. So I just removed the slave cylinder, and sure enough, there's the piston. It is sitting out there pretty far, and it is, you can see, has a little cockeyed there. It's a little to the right, and it's wedged in there. So I'll have to see if I'll take this apart and see if I can rebuild it. But I mean, it's probably damaged in there. Who knows? If I can find another one, I'll find it for cheap. If not, then I'll rebuild this one if I can. But I do appreciate all you guys' help. There was a few people on there commenting. Thank you all. It's resolved. Now it actually sits. It sits on there nicely, up against the clutches. Before, it was sitting out like this. And the slave cylinder still worked. It was still pushing open the clutch, but obviously the piston's sitting out too far, and it's wedged in there. So I'm gonna put this all back together, and we'll put the clutch back together, and then I will get those parts on order, and then hopefully in 3 or 4 days we can finally test ride this thing. I'm looking forward to it. Appreciate it, everybody. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. All right, guys, so I took off the slave cylinder and just took it apart, blew it out with compressed air. This out. I mean, it's not polished anymore. It does look a little corroded. Once that piston gets past a certain area, the shiny parts are gone. So I think that is the issue. Otherwise, I don't see any heavy pitting or holes or anything. The piston doesn't look bad. You could see where it's no longer shiny at the bottom, and definitely at the top the corrosion is there. So I'm thinking it was hanging up at the top. See, that's pretty bad right there. I think that's where it was kind of binding as it was going up. It was kind of cocking to this side because it was grabbing it instead of sliding over it. I mean, the seal doesn't look bad. I mean, it held fluid, it pressurized, so it doesn't look like the seal is damaged. It's just there's a lot of wear and tear. I mean, this bike was ran on a drag strip, from what I heard. I mean, it's a drag bike. That's the first sign of when they remove the damn rotor and caliper. They're trying to lighten everything. secondary or air injection system was deleted, so the bike's been abused. So to me, this looks like a definite issue. So we'll order a rebuild kit. I'm not sure if the rebuild kit comes with anything. I'll have to look it up to kind of hone out this cylinder, or I'll have to get a small little hone to do so. But I think they're like 15-20 bucks. I doubt for 15 bucks it comes with a hone, but we'll get it done. I'll get it on order, and we'll see how it goes. See you next time, guys. Like and subscribe. Thanks.